All right, what up? So today's video we're going to be covering how to train smart and effective so that way you guys can become better basketball players. So I'm going to try to keep it short and sweet and informative. I've tried to film this a couple times already and have failed, so just going to get right to the point. So first thing we're going to go over is what is training smart and then why we should do it, and then get into some practical tips that you guys can utilize and implement into your training so that way you guys can be more effective with your workouts and essentially see better results down the road. So let's get right into it. So first things first is, what does train smart even mean? Training smart is essentially just efficient, effective, and strategic work that gets more results. You're more efficient with your time and going to be a lot more productive than just getting in the gym and getting up shots, right? Instead of just going through the motions, we're a lot more strategic with what we're trying to do. And like I said, over the long term, going to get more results. So that's exactly why we want to do it, not only to get better results, but also to avoid injury and to avoid burnout as well. If you guys are just absolutely killing yourself every single day, pushing yourself to the max, you're completely exhausted all the time, you're putting yourself at risk for injury as well as for burnout. So we want to be a lot more strategic and effective with how we work out so that way we get better results, reduce injury, and prevent burnout. So one of the ways that we can train smart, and one of the best ways that you guys can start to apply this immediately, is by starting to take care of your body better. So now there's two major ways to take care of your body, obviously a lot of different ways, but the two major ones we'll talk about is making sure you're eating enough, eating right, and making sure you're sleeping enough, right? If you're not doing those two things, number one, energy levels are going to be low, you're going to have a lot harder time focusing, and you're also just not going to recover as best as you guys could be if you were sleeping right and eating right. Now these three things are huge because over time you're going to see a very big difference between the players that did this and the players that didn't. If you're not eating right or sleeping right, you're coming into workouts low energy, low focus, you're not recovered from the day before, you're going to have a really tough time getting as much as you guys possibly can out of each and every single workout. So by really locking in on these types of things, making sure you're eating the correct foods, making sure you're going to bed at the same time, waking up at the same time, sleeping ideally 8 to 9 hours. If you're pushing yourself and you feel like you need more, great. If you guys got to take a nap during the day, completely fine. But number one priority is taking care of your body. If you don't, like I said, you're putting yourself at risk for injury. And if you put yourself in a position to get hurt and you get injured, all that work that you guys put in essentially goes to waste because you can't showcase all that work that you've put in because you're on the sidelines. So like I said, taking care of your body, we don't have to go hard every single time we're in the gym or in the weight room. My good friend Coleman posted this today actually on his story talking about this, that when you leave the weight room or you leave the court, you want to leave some in the tank, right? If you're just completely exhausting your body every single day, number one, your central nervous system is going to be taxed to the max. You're not going to be able to learn new information and be able to learn new skills. So that's one of the main ways that we're actually going to get better, is by learning new things, picking up new nuances and things like that. And if we're just killing ourselves on the court or killing ourselves in the weight room, we don't really have that ability to actually learn that, pick up new things, and actually get better. You don't have to be out of breath to have a good workout, right? Good workout's about getting better, building new skills, building better habits, learning different reads, being able to move better. And that doesn't require that you're completely out of breath or completely taxed at the end of your workout. So be a little smarter about when you go hard and why you're going hard. Going hard is not the measure of what was a good workout and what wasn't a good workout. So one of the best ways that we can actually make sure that we're improving on the court is by doing deliberate practice. Deliberate practice is essentially, we want to have a plan, we want to have goals, we want to have specific things that we're working on, right? Like I said, we're not just getting in the gym and going through the motions, right? Most people just get in the gym and say, I want to get better at dribbling and I want to get better at shooting. Well, that is the two most generic things that anyone could even say that they want to work on, because everyone's going to say they want to work on those things. But what about your ball handling? What about your shooting do you need to get better, right? Be specific. It's really easy to just get in the gym and do a quick couple ball handling drills, shooting drills, and feel like you got better. But most of the time, if you're not specific with what you want to work on, most of the time, you're just maintaining what you guys already have. And one of the main ways and one of the main things about deliberate practice is we are specific, like I said, right? So if you want to work on your ball handling, what about it? Well, I want to work on my ability to change speeds, to stop quicker, start quicker. Okay, now we're a little bit more specific. We have something that we can really work on. Or I want to work on my shooting. I want to work on my pull-ups to my right, to my left. I want to work on these certain aspects. And then we can break that down piece by piece, work on each kind of aspect or skill, and then build on that and then go to the next thing, right? So once you have exactly what it is that you want to be specific about working on, you create a workout plan based around that, and you attack that for a full hour and 15 minutes, hour and a half, whatever it is. Obviously, we don't want to be in the gym for 2 hours. After that, you're pretty much going to have diminishing returns. It's not really going to be worth your time. You're better off taking a break and going back later if you really wanted to increase that time and how long you're working out. But be specific, right? Once you have that plan of action and what you want to work on, you attack that. Okay, you see improvement, let's go to the next thing, or let's add it, make it a little bit harder. Let's add some variables to it. Let's add some live play to it. And ideally, you guys have somebody there coaching you up. A coach obviously is ideal. If not, maybe a friend that can kind of pick apart your game, or just take videos of your game and pick it apart yourself. The biggest thing with deliberate practice is that you're always facing some sort of challenge, right? If you're not making mistakes or if you're not challenged, you're really not getting better. Like I said, if you're just kind of on autopilot going through the motions, you're just maintaining, you're not actually getting better. Struggling and messing up is essential to getting better. So you have to pick a skill that is slightly outside of your comfort zones, something that you're not really great at yet, or you can really add to your game and get better. Struggle through it, make mistakes, and that's where you guys are going to see improvements. Correct yourself, do whatever you have to do to get that thing down. Once you got it, like I said, try to implement to live play, and then we can move on to the next thing. But just going through the motions, just getting up shots is not going to do it justice. You're just going to be maintaining. So the biggest thing with player development in general, and same thing for what I do, is it has to be a big picture, right? If you really want to get to the next level, you really want to be more efficient with what you're doing, you have to look at it as a whole, not just the basketball side, not just the lifting side, right? It's a whole. So for me, for example, it's, okay, do I know the game of basketball? Do I know the science of getting players better? Do I know skill acquisition? Do I know the psychology side of things? Do I know how to communicate with people efficiently? Do I know the business side of things, right? I also have to take care of my body because I'm on the court 8 hours a day, lifting as well, trying to take care of myself, right? So if I'm just doing the basketball side, it's not going to be too long before I fall off, get hurt myself because I'm just pounding away on the court every day without taking care of my body, right? So it's a big picture that goes into just the one thing that you guys normally see, right? Same thing for on the court. It's not just the skill side, it's the lifting side, the mentality side, the recovery side, what you're putting into your body. All those things feed into the bigger picture. And if you want to get to the next level, you have to look at it like that. You can't just look at it, go through the motions, get up shots, and be done. Be specific, have goals, have a plan, know exactly what you want to work on, pick it apart, build on it, make mistakes, and get better. Going through the motions isn't going to do it. You got to look at it as a whole, look at every single little detail, where can I improve, and then go from there. That's what's going to get you guys better. That's how you're going to be smarter with your training and more effective and get more out of the time that you guys are spending in the gym, in the weight room, etc. So quick little video, just want to get it out for you guys. Hope this helps some of you. If you have any more questions, leave them below. I will answer every single comment. If you have any more content ideas or videos you guys want to see me post, drop those below as well. Really appreciate you guys. Hope this helped. We'll see you guys in another video soon.